It's Friday night, which means the Newport Gulls are back here at Cardines Field. But it's not just any normal Friday night. It's the 4th of July as we have a special presentation on the NECBL Broadcast Network all night long. My name is Gavin Bisho here pregame in Newport, Rhode Island, as we have a treat on our hands. Two of the New England League's best, the top team for the North Division and the Keene SwampBats, make their one road trip down south to take on the Newport Gulls, the #1 team in the Southern Division. Both teams coming in at 17-7. Keene's coming off a loss last night, their first home loss on the year against the Sanford Mainers, while Newport coming off a walk-off win by Michael Gupton. A single up the middle gave Newport's a 6-5 victory in a game they were out-hit, but able to overcome that back on Wednesday night. Newport lost game 1 to Keene earlier in the year, 1-0, only a couple of hits, surrendered an 8th inning run, ended up losing that game, but these two teams are going to go back and forth and try to take the throne atop the NECBL here at Cardines Field. We'll have more post-game, pregame here from Newport, Rhode Island, as the Gulls and SwampBats get set to take off here at 6:35 p.m.
You got me, higher, higher, you got me, on fire, fire, every day, feeling like a holiday, you got me.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. I'm Matt Clements alongside Gulls Entertainment Coordinator Ben Logel. Ben, year 5 with the Gulls, first year as the entertainment coordinator. How has this been a change for you, and how have you adjusted to it so far?
I'd say I've adjusted to it pretty well, and I'm just more like moving around now and less stationary, and interacting with the fans even more, and that has been a very enjoyable time thus far into the season.
Yeah, you talked about, of course, first year as the entertainment coordinator, 2 years in the past doing the scoreboard, and another 2 on the grounds crew. You've been doing this since the beginning of high school. How have the Gulls impacted your summers down here in Newport County? And they kind of fill up a big chunk of that summer, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all year.
Well, they've impacted my summers in a very positive way because I've been able to give back to the community. And I've seen both sides of it as I started coming to games as a fan. And, look at the last 2. They've ended with very positive impacts, rather, as we've captured the Fay Vincent Senior Cup the past 2 summers. So that's always a great way to end the summer, and the icing on the cake for a good couple months. Hopefully we can get it again this year, too.
Yeah, and lastly, of course, you're spending your 4th of July at the ballpark. But, you have a free weekend. Gulls have the weekend off. How do you expect to plan? And, what are your plans for the 4th of July weekend?
Probably going to hit the beach tomorrow and just relax and recharge for the week ahead.
Yeah, Matt Clements alongside Ben Logel, Gulls Entertainment Coordinator. We'll be back with more on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
We're back at Cardines Field pregame before the Gulls and SwampBats get set to go here in Newport, Rhode Island. I'm joined alongside the newest addition to the Newport Gulls roster, Adam Agressi. Adam, thank you for taking the time today. Catcher out of St. John's. First, Adam, can you kind of take us through your journey here in Newport? How did that happen? You got added to the roster a couple days ago.
Yeah, well, I started my summer out in Wareham on the Cape. Had a great 2 weeks there, then came home for a little bit, had a week to my own, and then my buddy played here last year, Luke Orban. He was a shortstop, so he kind of just gave me the details for here, and now I'm here, and I'm having a great time here. Everything's great so far.
And in your first start, not much of a better game to be a part of on Wednesday, the walk-off win. What was that like, kind of getting your first experience at Cardines Field with an atmosphere like that against a team like the Ocean State Waves, who many consider one of the biggest rivalries in the NECBL?
Yeah, it was fantastic. It's not often you get to play in front of a great crowd like this every single night. So it was just great being a part of that, especially a walk-off win. Just great atmosphere. Had super fun time here.
And you actually were the first player to get a hit in that ball game, as the bats took a while to adjust, but it was a couple of walks before. What was your mindset going up to the plate after seeing lots of walks and knowing that your team hadn't got a hit to that point?
I mean, I was 3-2. I just had to get a good pitch and just put it in play. Let them do something with it, and found a hole, and that was that. Got some runs in.
And when I first talked to you, we were joking about how at St. John's this year, a lot of extra base hits. Your first hit being a single. Is there something that you're really trying to work on this summer, whether it's offensively or defensively?
Yeah, kind of just cut down on swing and miss a little bit and just put some balls in play. You know, I got enough pop myself, so if I can get more barrels out there, I'm going to do more damage, and that's all we want. That's all we want at the end of the day.
Well, 9 home runs, 40-plus RBIs at St. John's. Certainly got some pop in the bat. Looking forward to what you can do here in Newport, Rhode Island. More pregame here before SwampBats and Gulls on the 4th of July.
Welcome back to the pregame show on the NECBL Broadcast Network. I'm Matt Clements alongside Gulls outfielder Ryan Novak. In the bottom of the 8th on Wednesday night against Ocean State, Ryan hit a game-tying home run that later set up a Michael Gupton walk-off in the bottom of the 9th. Ryan, you got a 2-2 pitch, put it over the fence. What pitch were you expecting, and what did you get?
I got the 2 strikes. I was trying to just see the ball deep, and then, if it's fastball, just hit it the other way, not try and pull off, and I just recognized spin, and then just able to put a good swing on it. So yeah.
Not only was that a big hit, but it was also off the bench. In the 5th inning, you came in for Cade Brown. He had a bit of an injury. You come into a pinch hit opportunity. It was your second time you walked in your first pinch hit at bat. How do you approach a pinch hit versus a start?
I'd say it's no different in the approach. Obviously going up there with a plan, where it's depending on the situation, but yeah, just really going up there with the same kind of plan, whether it's starting or pinch hit. So yeah, it just depends on the situation that dictates the plan for me.
Nice. And lastly, Gulls have the weekend off after this one, hoping to get a win tonight. 4th of July weekend, do you and the guys have any plans?
I think just hang out, have some fun, maybe go to the beach or something. Yeah, just do something fun, whether it's going to the beach, hanging out at somebody's house. So yeah, that's it.
That's all we got here. We'll be back on the pregame show on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Back here on the NECBO Broadcast Network, my name's Gavin Bisho, joined alongside manager Mike Coombs.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, Coach. Beautiful day. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence
happy
Day.
4th.
Well, good handshake
love
on
your
that
time.
one. Oh, thank you so much. Got the stars and stripes there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, and when you play in the Summer League here in the New England League, has there been any 4th of July memories you had as a coach for Newport over the past couple of days?
In 05, they parked the Queen Mary ship out there.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were having some threats in New York, so they rerouted her to come down here, and this was the Queen Mary. I've never seen a ship as big as that.
Yeah.
And they parked it right out there, had the fireworks, and it was awesome.
Well, we'll see some fireworks today, not only
Yeah,
at Fort
that's what I'm
Adams,
saying.
but
Really
also
some fireworks.
17-7 are both teams here on the ball field. It should be a great game. Obviously, Keene is a team that has been really competitive with Newport, especially in a lot of playoff appearances. Is there kind of an extra sizzle when you see Keene come by? Because you don't play them as often, but then also the history between these two teams.
We tried to do our best against the SwampBats. I mean bats. I'm sorry, that's not good. I shouldn't have said that. But it's a good rivalry between the North and South. They always put a good lineup in. They got a great coach, manager, whatever you want to call him. He knows what to do, when to do it. So it's going to be a good game. Yeah.
And on the bus yesterday, you were joking about the law firm on the hill today for you guys. The 3 or 4 pitchers. They're taking on a really good Keene SwampBat lineup. What is the kind of outlook for them and how they try to adjust against this really good offense in Keene?
What did you say?
What is the approach going to be for these pitchers against this really good Keene offense?
Throw strikes, mix them up, deal with eye levels, in and out, change speeds. Don't just serve it up on a platter because you're going to get it handed to you.
Yeah.
So go out and pitch. Just don't throw. Go out and pitch.
Go out and pitch, says manager Mike Coombs. Coach, thank you so much for joining us here.
Yeah, man.
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, same to
Good
you.
luck tonight, and we'll talk
right.
later.
Good.
That's all we got here at Guardians Field pregame before the Gulls and SwampBats. First pitch at 6:35 p.m. Head on over to ESPN Plus for that ball game. You don't want to miss it. The best from the north, the best from the south, just across the halfway point. One of the best matchups all summer long, and no better day than Newport, Rhode Island on the 4th of July. We'll talk to you soon.